There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. And 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. Also his possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household, so that this man was the greatest of all the people of the East. His sons would go and feast in their houses, and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink. Job would rise early and offer burnt offerings. It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus Job did regularly. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come? From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it. Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil?" Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him and blessed the work of his hands? Stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you. Behold, all that he has is in your power, only do not lay a hand on his person. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. His sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, and a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them, when the Sabaeans raided them and took them away. Indeed, they have killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another also came and said, "The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another also came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 bands, raided the camels and took them away, yes, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another also came and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, and suddenly a great wind came from across the wilderness and struck the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the young people, and they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you." Then Job arose, tore his robe and shaved his head, and he fell to the ground and worshipped. "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Again there was a day when the sons of God came before the Lord. "Have you considered my servant Job? Still he holds fast to his integrity, skin for skin. All that a man has he will give for his life. Touch his bone and his flesh, and he will surely curse you. Behold, he is in your hand, but spare his life." Satan struck Job with painful boils from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. He took for himself a potsherd, with which to scrape himself while he sat in the midst of the ashes. Then his wife said to him, "Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. You speak as one of the foolish women speaks. Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity?" Job's 3 friends heard of all this adversity, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. When they raised their eyes from afar and did not recognize him, they lifted their voices and wept. So they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word. After this Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. "May the day perish on which I was born, and the night in which it was said, 'A male child is conceived.' Why is light given to him who is in misery, and life to the bitter of soul?"